Okay, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club meeting. We're going to start the meeting, but first, I would like to announce our housekeeping rules. We encourage you to check internet connections, cameras, microphones, charging devices, and adjust your devices proportionally compared to your body height so that your face and your upper body can be seen clearly. Please keep in mind that we are in a professional but supportive environment of Toastmasters International meetings. We want to present ourselves the best we can. Be punctual is appreciated. Please mute or turn off your microphone unless you are speaking. Let's minimize distractions and appreciate people who are speaking. In the event of emergency, the host can mute the participants. Please turn on your camera when you can because we want to see smiles. And you are welcome to show gestures such as thumbs up, nodding, clapping, etc. Try to look at your camera when delivering a speech and remember to look for the timer and pay attention to the time. Our timer today is Miftah. Call out the name of the person you're referring to before you start talking. And if you want to see everyone, you can switch to gallery view. But if you want to focus on the speakers, you can change to speakers view. And then I would like to welcome our VPE, who will represent our president to open the meeting, Benjamin Whitaker.
Thank you, Pipit. Welcome, everybody. And let me just do a quick little check. We're missing our counter, it looks like. But we're going to keep going right through. We have a great meeting today, and we have a few people outside of our club that are here to help us out. So that's fantastic. And I'll let my GE explain who these new people are. But again, welcome. And today's theme about Toastmasters in our club is value your mind. Value your mind. So one quote that I liked about this topic would be, a mind is a terrible thing to waste, which was used in 1972 in the United States with the United Negro College Fund. Again, trying to promote minority African-American college students and then try to get them to become educated. And our mind, once we lose it, it usually doesn't come back. So try to keep it growing, try to get inspired, try to inspire other people, and try to just keep appreciating the fantastic things about life that we have. But again, Toastmasters is like that. With this pandemic, our mind has been able to kind of wander in such a nice way all across the world via Zoom. And this is why our club here has been created as an online club to connect Indonesia and us with the rest of the world, such as our ballot and Zoom host today, Robin, who's in Mauritius. My dad usually is here as well as the club, but he's not here today. He's in the United States, but all over the world. So value your mind and everything else will work out. But again, welcome to our meeting. And I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to our Tom. Ben. Oh, hey, thanks. All right, yay! Welcome. Thanks for opening. What a great last minute change to our club. All right, so we have Toastmasters today. We have 3 different spots. We have our prepared speeches, we have our table topics, and we have our evaluation session. It's going to be fantastic. Hopefully we'll be able to knock it out within our time. And of course, with any meeting, as you all know, I don't see any people that are non-Toastmasters, which are great. We do have a whole team to kind of put this thing together. And for me, I want to introduce our general evaluator of the day, which is, oh, wow. I'm going to give it back to her, and she's going to give it back to me. But, Pivot! Yeah, all right.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the meeting, Ben. So, the heart and soul of Toastmasters Club is actually evaluation. So, it's not Toastmasters of the meeting. Thank you so much, Ben. We are actually the most important part of the meeting, the evaluation team, because this is the only way we can improve, right? So, but of course, I will not do this alone. I will have a team that will help me do the evaluation of this whole meeting. The first member of the team is our accountant. So Is our counter here today?
Not here yet.
Not
Counter
yet.
is Intan Rawit is not here yet. Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe. Okay,
I will
let's
look for
go to our grammarian, Harry. Harry, please explain our theme and word of the day and how to use it in a sentence.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Madam General Evaluator Pipit. I am your grammarian, and as usual, as grammarian, I'll be looking at the use of English. Now, looking at the cohort and the fellow Toastmasters are here, I'm sure there'll be very little to say about grammar. However, what I will be looking at are interesting words that you can use, and in particular, the word of the day. In fact, this is a little side competition that lots of members love to take part in. The word of the day today is well-being. And well-being means a state of being happy or comfortable or happy. State of being healthy, comfortable, or happy. And that's what well being means. Now, there are many types of well beings, obviously. There is physical well being, your body being healthy. There is financial well being, to which I ascribe a lot to, and I'm sure lots of people love to be financially, well being financially, and emotional well being. So use the word well-being this evening, and I will fastidiously count them, and you will hear my report at the end of the meeting. Back to you, General Evaluator Pipin.
Thank you so much, grammarian Harry. It was very clear and very helpful. Now, I would like to go to the next member of the evaluation team. The next member of the evaluation team is our timer. Our timer, Miftah, are you there?
Yes, I'm
Yes,
here.
please explain your role and show us how you will show the time indication.
Okay, thank you very much, our GE. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I will be your timer. So if you want to have to deliver a speech, you must know the time. If you want to talk much, you can do it alone. Okay, here it is. This is for the green background. This is for the minimum time for you to deliver your speech. This is the yellow light for your uh, middle time when you deliver your speech. And then this is your red background. This is for the maximum time for you to deliver your speech. And this is after this red background comes, you have 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. That's all from me. Back to Madam G.
Thank you so much, Miftah, the newest division director for next year. All right, so I would like to go to the next member, which is our Zoom master and ballot counter. Robin, please explain your role.
Right. Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator. Hi, everyone. My name is Robin, and today I'll be the Zoom master. So I will control every thing of the meeting today, like to spotlight and to run the ballot as well. So I will be doing a ballot. I'll be the ballot counter. So I will launch the poll from the Google form. I will put the link later on in the chat for you to vote for the best speaker, for the best evaluator, and best table topics. So that's all from me. Back to you, Madam GE.
Thank you so much. Now, since our counter is missing, Desan, would you like to be our emergency counter? Please unmute.
I think I already answered you there. Hold on.
Oh,
I haven't prepared myself. Hold on, Ellen.
Oh, okay,
So,
but
okay.
just emergency until Intan is coming.
Okay, basically as a counter, my role is going to take note to the filler that usually is used for additional word, I guess. Okay, so that's my role in general. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Desan, for being such a good sport, and she will be our emergency counter until Intan comes. And then we have 5 evaluators later, and you will see them one by one. But of course, we need somebody that will be evaluated. And to be able to see these people, there will be prepared speech session. And this prepared speech session will be led by our Tom, Ben. Back to you, Ben.
All right. Thank you, GE. All right. So let's get down to the bulk of this meeting, our prepared speeches. Now, again, as our GE mentioned, there are 3 prepared speakers along with 5 evaluators. It doesn't really make sense, does it? No. But the first 2 evaluators will be evaluated as well. So I'll explain their projects during the evaluation section. But our first speaker will be evaluated by Dion, Fifi, and our first speaker is kind of a Superman, right? That was his contest speech. But today, he's going to talk to you for 5 to 7 minutes with a presentation mastery level 2, project 2, with a speech called 5 to 7 minutes. Now, real quick, let me grab his, where's it at? Where is the evaluation? 1 second. Uh-oh. Aha. Nope, wait. Uh-oh, missed it. Too many things popping up. All right. Where did it go, Luffy? Sorry. 1 second. Understanding your communication. Okay, got it. So his project is understanding your communication. Is that correct? Is that, Luffy, is that your project is level 2, project 2 is level understanding your communication? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So
it is. Yes.
the purpose of this is a project for the member to learn about different communication styles and identify with his primary style. So the purpose of the speech is for the member to share the impact of his style on others. So let's welcome our first speaker, Toastmaster Lupti, with 5 to 7 minutes. 5 to 7 minutes, Toastmaster Lupti.
Am I audible?
A little
Mic
bit
is on?
louder.
Thank you for the response. It's actually not a question, but part of my speech opening.
A little bit louder,
So,
Lupti.
yes?
You're a
Yes?
bit soft here. It's a bit
Okay.
soft here. Yeah.
Okay, check, check.
There you go.
Okay, am I audible? Am I visible? Okay, thank you very much for the response. Actually, that is not a question, but that's actually a part of my speech. So that is the 2 sentences, the questions that I heard for over past 2 weeks during the contest season in the Toastmasters. So in the contest, international speech contest, we must give a 5 to 7 minute speech. Speeches is part of public speaking. Now raise your hand if you have fear of public speaking. Anyone afraid of public speaking? Okay. So if you're afraid of public speaking, you're not alone. Because according to statistics, people afraid of public speaking is like public speaking is more dreadful than tax, even death. So joining Toastmaster is one way for you to overcome your fear of public speaking. Now there are types of speeches. We have impromptu speeches, speech without making any preparation, like what we do in Toastmaster, table topics. Number 2, we have prepared speeches, like what I did now. And then we also, from how we deliver it, we also have memorized speeches, and we also have read speeches, like the government officials, like they read something. Now, that is the types of speeches. Now, how about the elements of speeches? We have opening. Now, when you open your speech, you have to make sure that you do it with a bang. You have to grab your audience's attentions, maybe by quotation, maybe by asking questions. That is how you grab your audience's attention. at the first beginning. The first 30 seconds is very important in determining whether your audiences will respond to your speech or not. Number two is about the body. Now, the body is actually the meat of the speeches. So make sure you have a powerful message in your speech. No matter what you want to say, no matter what you want to convey to the others, make sure that that message goes to your audiences. And after opening and body, we have conclusion. Make sure you wrap up and leave the audience with something to remember. Now, as to the speech intention or goals, we have four types of speech. We have informative speech, which basically is to give knowledge to others about anything. And we also have a persuasive speech. The intention of persuasive speech is to give to persuade others to agree with you. And we also have entertainment speeches, humor speeches, like what we do in Toastmaster. We also have humorous projects to make sure that our speech is make other people happy, make people laugh. And last but not least, what I love the most about giving speeches is speech to inspire. That when we give speech, it inspires people, lift their spirit. Now, that are the types of speeches. And then what's next? Types, how you give speech is also very important. Some people give enthusiastic speech, like with energetic speeches, full force of speeches. For example, our founding father, Sukarno, is very well known with his speeches, like giving a speech that burns the people's spirit to defend for our country and to get the independence. That is one of the speeches. Number two, you can also deliver your speech calmly, peaceful speech. And number three, you can give funny speeches, humorous speeches, and last but not least, you can give personal stories, emotional speeches that are very close to your heart. Now, you can choose the one that suits you best. But what I can share with you is that 5 to 7 minutes that we give on Toastmaster is either on the contest or in our weekly meeting can change your life. Change my life, change your life. But one thing for sure, you make sure that every minute that you give in your 5 to minute speech is worth it. Because why do I feel like 7 minutes is important? How it can change your life. For example, the former president of the United States, Barack Obama, gave his speech, The Odyssey of Hope, in the National Democratic Convention. No one knows him at that time. I'm just like, who is that person? Who is Obama? It's like a kid from somewhere, so no one knows him. But after he gives that speech, the whole America knows him. It makes the difference there. And then number two, I can give example from the Nanjaya Hetirachi, 2014, the World Public Speaking final speech. That 5 to 7 minutes speech changed the Nanjaya from nobody into a world-class public speaker. So what I want to say, whenever we have time to deliver our speech, whether it's 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, or 7 minutes, I just want to make sure, I just want to encourage you that you make the most of that every minute and enjoy the ride, and hopefully you can give impact to your peers and your audiences. Back to you, Tom. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Lufti. 5 to 7 minutes where you have the opportunity to inspire. And if you've gotten the pleasure of hearing Lufti speak over the last several months, at least in our club, he's done that to all of us, I think. So thank you so much, Lufti, with your presentation here. Now, as you guys noticed, I was a little flustered with my notes. But what I didn't notice is that our first and second speaker are doing the same exact speech project, which makes a lot of sense if I'm trying to look for two different things when they're the same thing in front of me. Anyways, our second speaker is speaking from a different pathway, visionary communication. She'll be evaluated by Marendra as well. And our speaker, her, again, same thing, same understanding her communication style. The purpose of the speech is to learn about different communication styles and identify her primary style. The purpose of the speech is for the member to share the impact of her style on others. So let's all welcome with our second speaker, Toastmaster Desi Ava, with the best way to speak and listen. The best way to speak and listen, Desi Ava.
Spin the timer. Okay, thank you. How do you feel if when you are talking and nobody listens? Awkward? Angry? Disappointed? Of course, this kind of feeling, right? Well, tonight I'd like to say, Tonight I'd like to share to you my experience related to communication, which is speaking and listening. 2 days ago, my son asked permission for me to hang out with his friend. Well, because I already talked with him about the health procedure during the COVID, and I love him. And then, long story short, because recently the situation in Merauke is not conducive because of some escalation in the criminal cases. So I was worried. So at 9 p.m. sharp, I tried to reach him by phone. By phone and through the line, GSM line, and to WhatsApp. And all I got was busy ringtones. I tried several times and I got rejected. You know what? I was so furious because I was so worried. You know, a mother, it's 9 p.m. at the night, and then so dark outside, and then the security situation is not conducive. So when he came back, my first word was, if you don't know how to use your phone, throw it to the trash can. And then you know what he did? He gave me 2 thumbs up. And he walked away. Okay. Master, sorry. Fellow Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so distracted here, sorry. In communication, there are 3 aspects, main aspects: the message, the sender, and the recipients. If you noticed my story earlier, for communication to happen, the condition is fulfilled. The sender, which is me, the message, and also the recipient, which is myself. Does it work? Absolutely no. Reason was I didn't make my message clear, and I didn't choose the right delivery system. First, I didn't state clearly my message to my son. I spoke in sarcasm. I'm being ironic to him. The second, the recipient, which is my son, he didn't listen. So for your message to get across, you must be clear. You have to talk directly what you want to say. Factor that affecting your message to get across is first, the word that you use, the tone that you use. My message was actually, why don't you pick up the phone? I was worried, right? But instead of saying that, I said, if you don't know how to use your phone, throw it to the dustbin. So when I finally get my head down, cool my head down, we talk, and then I asked him, why didn't you pick up my phone? And what is the reaction? Really? Oh, I didn't hear my phone ringing. Let me check. I'm sorry, mom. I set up my phone on do not disturb mode. That's why I cannot hear your phone. I cannot hear your calling. I'm so sorry. You see, Speak and listen. Speaking and listen in communication both stand equally. But most of us tend to want it to be heard and don't want to listen. My dominant communication style within the Toastmaster framework was initiative and supportive, which is two opposite. Initiative person can be regarded as people who want to speak more, while supportive is more attentive and also listen more. So I balance in these two aspects, speaking and listening. In communication, we cannot be rigid. Some experts say that communication is just like dancing. You have to follow your partner. You cannot navigate your own. When your partner goes this, you have to follow. Otherwise, there will be communication failure, communication breakdown. And what I told you earlier, my story earlier was a clear, vivid explanation on how communication can be failed. So when we talk to someone in any kind of situation, to my child, to my students, to my boss, I tend to speak with honesty. You know, when I speak with honesty, it means that I'm being straight and clear. Otherwise, it's what just happened. I didn't state my message clearly so that he didn't get my message. And be authentic, right? Be yourself. And when it comes to listen, you have to listen attentively. Sometimes you have to use your eye contact. Some resources says that in listening, you have to use 70% of eye contact, and during the speaking, you have to use 50% of eye contact. It means that when you're listening, when you look at the opponent, when in the conversation, it's when you appreciate them. I heard a TED talk several times, and one of the talk I forgot Tracer or something, I don't know, Julian Tracer or what. He said that in listening, there are 4 things that you have to do. The first thing is you have to receive. You have to listen to what they say. And then A, you have to be appreciate, like nodding, appreciate what your opponent says, and then summarize. So you can use this kind of expression. And at the end, you have to ask question afterward, like confirming. So altogether, it becomes rasa, R-A-S-A, rasa. In Bahasa, I mean rasa is feeling. So that's the key of listening. So fellow Toastmasters, whenever you're talking to someone, make sure you talk with honesty and listen with curiosity. Back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Desi. For me, like as a teacher, when I talk to my students and they don't listen to me at all, I just talk louder or yell at them. It doesn't work. It's a terrible communication style. So I got to probably listen to what you were doing and take your advice, right? Got to change things up a bit. So well done. Our third speaker, she will be speaking from the Engaging Humor Pathway, be doing her level 4 project 1. Her requirement for this speech, or the purpose of this project, is for the member to develop their method for giving impromptu speeches. So for all you table topic masters out there, this is a good speech to kind of practice, but also adapting rehearsed stories during a presentation, right? So the member is going to complete different speeches that I'm going to give her, random topics. She's going to do two speeches for 2 to 3 minutes each. So a little longer than a typical table topic, but she's going to be evaluated by Natalie Chayati. All right. So again, I'm going to give the topics. So topic number 1, Miss Rona, Wati, are you ready for your
Yes.
topic?
Yes.
Okay. So timer, let me just make sure you're aware. We're doing two speeches for 2 to 3 minutes each. So 2 minutes green, 2:30 yellow, 3 minutes red. Got it? Mifta, you ready? You got it? Yes, good. Okay, excellent. All right, Miss Rona, you're invited to share your thoughts about the completion of an important group project or event. Again, you're invited to share your thoughts.
Ben?
Ben is freezing.
Blackout.
I think it's blackout in Ben's.
Maybe I read.
I think he's
I think
blackout.
I have it, Rona. Do you want me
Yes.
to read it for you?
Yes, please.
Okay. So your first topic, Puranawati Wongso, while we're waiting for Ben to coming back, is hang on.
I think it's number 5, Natalie.
Your topic is you are invited to share your thoughts about the completion of an important group project or event. You are invited to share your thoughts about the completion of an important group project or event. Your time is 2 to 3 minutes. Please welcome Toastmaster Ronawati.
Thank you very much. We now just completed our project. You know, this ERP project, which we have been working for a year and a half, finally we made it. And this is not possible without all of our contribution. We remember the hard work that we did. You know, we have to stay overtime. We may have to sleep until or leave the office 12 o'clock at night. But this is all paid off. I think we all can share the benefit. Now that we have this ERP project completed, we hope that our process is smoother, everything is faster, and more importantly, that the company can grow with a good infrastructure. So I would like to thank all of you for your contribution to the success of this project. I cannot do it alone. Without all of us, without all of you, this project will not be completed. So thank you very much. And we will celebrate this event for all of us. I think as we mentioned at the beginning, there will be a black bonus if this project is completed, and we could use the bonus whatever you want. So this is the good work and hard work for all of us. So congratulations. And now I would give you a special bonus. You can take a week off, but an extra week off, but you have to schedule with your colleague and your supervisor on the time on when you can do it. This is really a hard work that we do, but we did it. So nonetheless, I would say congratulations again for completing this project. And we are one family. We have it done. We nail it. So we look forward to our next project to work together with all of you. Thank you. Back to Tom.
All right, great. Caught the last 5 seconds of that one. Well done. I'm sure it was great. So this is your second one, correct, Rona?
That's the first one. And yeah, not
okay.
the second one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the second one, the speaker for an important event is late, and you're invited to open the event and fill a few minutes until the speaker arrives. The speaker for an important event is late. You're invited to open the event and fill a few minutes until the speaker arrives.
Many of you are gentlemen out there. And you remember like when you wait for your wife or girlfriends shopping in a shopping mall? Then we can just look around and we can tell jokes, or we can enjoy our time together. Since our speaker is late, And I think we agree that we should enjoy the time together. What activity would you like to have? I would suggest that you look at your neighbor and try to get to know each other and introduce one another. So by the end of the session, you have more friends, you have connections. So in addition to having this knowledge that you will gain from this speaker, from this event, you will have new friends. You will have new connections. So actually you have two benefits in one. So now let's start. You can, whatever you want to know about your partner, and you can introduce one to another. So I will give you time until the speaker come, I think, which will soon, he will arrive. So would you all agree? This is a good time. And if you're done with your neighbor and we still have time, then you can go to your friend at the back or at the front. Try to get as many people, you get to know as many people as possible, because the more people you know, the more network you have. So you get the benefits and you will get the result. Network may not come now, the benefit, but you have new friends, new connection. Maybe you need a new job, or maybe you need, you meet someone whom you enjoy a hobby. So having more friends is always beneficial. I think we would all agree. So now let's have the conversation start. Okay, back to Tom.
All right. The one great thing about comedy and trying to come up with unexpected things, of course, is timing, right? Comic timing. Of course, as I'm talking and electricity goes completely out, great timing. Well done. And again, very good advice as well. Toastmasters in the last 2+ years has given me a lot of networking ability, and it's actually paid off. And it doesn't always happen right away. So great advice and great impromptu speeches. All right, that is it for our prepared speakers. So let's go to our timer for the timers reports. Mifta.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Ben. Prepared speech speakers is Toastmaster Lufti spent 6 minutes. Toastmaster Desi spent 7 minutes and 15 seconds. And Toastmaster Rona, with 2 speeches, spent 2 minutes and 11 seconds. The first one, and the second one is 2 minutes and 16 seconds. That's all my report. Back to you, Toastmaster.
All right, thank you, Mr. Timer. All right, again, my well-being today, that's the word of the day. If you guys haven't noticed, you guys got to use that here coming up, is great. Even in the dark and now the AC is off, I still have pretty good mental well-being. All right, we're going to take a quick group picture. So if you're in the dark like me, turn on your camera and maybe a light. Do I have a front-facing light? I don't think so. Either way, let's have a group picture real quick. Can we do that? Is that Robin taking that?
Yes, I'll be taking the pictures.
Fantastic.
So please turn on your video right now so we can take a picture of you. Can we have Miranda to have a video on, and Pipit? Okay, never mind. I'll have at the count of 3, normal pose. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Smile. Okay, now let's do a crazy pose or freestyle, whatever you want to do. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you very much. Back to you, Tom.
All right. That's cool standing next to a mirror in the dark. Who wants to write and talk in the dark like me? That's great. Okay, fantastic. So we're moving on to one of our more fun times, our session in Toastmasters. It is our table topics round. I believe this is the first time this person has done table. Oh, and God said, "Let there be lights." You know, he did typically rest on Sunday, but I'll take it. All right. AC's back on and the lights back on. Perfect timing for our Toastmaster of the day. Let's introduce Lila.
Hi, good evening, beautiful souls. So today is my role to be the double topic master. Wait, before of all, am I audible? All right. So our meeting for tonight's title is value of your mind. So you will have time to you will have chance to deliver your impromptu speech 2 till 3 minutes if I'm not mistaken, and don't forget to use our word of the day, that is well-being. Okay, not well-being. Okay, don't forget to use it. Okay, I get a clap from Mr. Harry. Okay. Okay, now let me start for the first volunteer. Okay. Mm, I think Mbak Vivi, wanna take this dance? Okay. Wait, let me share my screen. Share screen. Oh. Oh, no, no, no. Hmm. Okay. Uh, wait, I actually never share screen, so I don't know how to share it. How is it?
Okay, you click on the green button, share screen. Once you click on that, yeah,
Okay.
and then you
Lila,
look for
you
the
can
window.
also read the quote or the question if sharing doesn't work.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then you
okay,
put
okay,
it in the
okay.
chat.
Okay, okay, okay. Oh, okay. If this is too, it takes time. So, okay, but Vivi, I have 10 questions. So you can pick up one and I will read for you. Where's Mbak Vivi? Mbak Vivi.
Okay, number one.
Okay, question number one. Wait. Oh. Oh. Yeah, so this is your questions. If you are broken, you don't have to stay broken, by Selena Gomez. If you are broken, you don't have to stay broken, by Selena Gomez. Time is yours.
Toastmaster friends, I agree with Selena Gomez. If you're broken, you don't have to stay broken. Instead of that, you have to think about how to be a well-being and then think about the strategy, how to solve it. I shared with you before when many last years ago, my father went bankrupt and then my mother worked hard and we finally managed the situation and got success. That's because of my mom. My mother has positive well-being, healthy mindset that think about the future. So don't worry about the situation or problem. As my mother said to me that we had to find the solution. I'm glad that my mother became my mentor to guide me how to have the well-being in our life. So instead of saying that we broke, it's better to think about the other way in order to be survived. Back to your question, I agree with Selena Gomez. Thank you.
Well done, well done. Okay, for really nice speech. Okay, we will go to the next participant, and the next turn back to get to Desan. Mbak Desan, are you here? Mbak Desan,
Yes,
will you
I'm
take
here.
the opportunity?
Okay, sure.
Okay, I have 10 questions and number one has been picked, so you can pick the rest. Which one?
I'll pick number 3.
Number 3. Okay. Number 3 that your question is, how can you improve your emotional health day to day? How can you improve your emotional health day to day? Time is yours.
Thank you. Wow, what a interesting question, an interesting questions. So here, I'm a teacher. What I'm doing here, what I always do is I always look at my students though. I mean, like being with my students and sharing things with them. I guess this is the opportunity for me to improve my well-being. I'm not pretty sure how, but I guess when we can share or when we can get something from the others, I guess this is the thing that we can make ourselves having a good value. So this is the thing that I can say. My conclusion is just look at the others. When you are feeling down, grab from the others and you can get the happiness from the others. Back to you. Thank you.
Well done. Nice. Yes, our word of the day, that is well-being. Nice. Okay, for the next one, Mas Apri, are you here? Mas Apri.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Mas Apri, I have 10 questions, and number 1 and number 3 has been picked. So you
Number
can
7.
choose. What? Sorry?
Number 7.
Number 7. Okay.
Yes.
Here is your questions. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people by Carl Jung. Screen is yours.
All right. As a human, we have a lot of different experience and really hard to get to know ourselves. So sometimes it's really we have an ego to make ourselves to be more exciting and to know ourselves is really hard because we don't want other people see us as a negative person, and so we try to make ourselves happy even in inside ourselves. It's really hard to make us to be happy, and it's really a good way to get to know ourselves as other people, because if they have get to know what is the worst about ourselves, and we can also can help other people to make their life to be more easier and make something is really uh, in if we get to know or actually if we can know our weakness, we can make ourselves be more authentic to other people, and so it's really healthy rather than we try to hide ourselves from our weakness. We can uh, start to talking our weakness to other people so that we can be more healthy in our emotion, and yeah, I don't know, or darkness is helpful to make ourselves to be become a more better, and make ourselves to be more well in our life. So that's for me, and talk to like master.
Well done. Okay, thank you so much. So for the next turn, let me choose Mbak Intan. Will you take the opportunity?
Not me. I'm the role taker. Is that possible?
Yeah, because we have yeah, limited kids. So I think this is
Go ahead, Intan. You can do it.
Okay. Okay. I'll try.
okay, Mbak Intan. I have 10 questions. You can pick one of them, but number 1, 3, and 7 has been picked. So you can pick the rest.
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay, here is your questions. Happiness can be found even in the darkness of times. If one only remembers to turn on the light, happiness can be found even in the darkness of times. If one only remembers to turn on the light by Albus Dumbledore from Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Time is yours.
Okay. Happiness only can be found even in the darkness. I really agree with Professor Dumbledore because, yeah, just enjoy every single time. We have to experience whether it is happiness, whether it is sadness, the negative emotions. I believe all of the emotion we have to experience. So we could see more sweetness after we experience the sadness or the negative emotion. So I agree with the Professor Dumbledore. Thank you, Layla.
Okay. Mbak
Sorry.
Intan, well done. Okay. So you really agree with actually Albus Dumbledore is one of my favorite actor ever because I watched for so many times all series of Harry Potter and I really love it. Okay, for the next one, let me call Mbak Desi. Will you take the opportunity, Mbak Desi? Okay, so pick up your number now.
Give me 5.
Okay, 5. Let me see. Okay. Your question is, why is emotional health important? Why is emotional health important? The screen is yours.
Emotional well-being is equally important to physical well-being because everything is in the mind. Happiness and sadness also in our mind. No matter how difficult the situation, if you think that you're good, then you're good. If you think that you're bad, then you're bad. Think of my experience. I can find the happiness even in the darkest time. And I was aware that because I was aware and I accept the condition, that's how I build my well-being, my mental well-being. Does it work smoothly? No, because when I visit the psychiatrist, they said that in the past I might suffer from PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Can you imagine when I was 17, I take the blow. My parent got divorced. Both of my parents left me. And I have to survive. Of course, you are mentally destroyed. You are torn into pieces. However, you always have God. You can always turn back to Him. That's how you build your self-efficacy and strengthen your mental well-being. Back to you.
Well done. Very nice. Okay, we have the last participant. That is our timer, Mas Miftah. Mas Miftah, will you take the opportunity?
Yes. Please.
Okay.
Who will take the
Okay.
timer? Wait a minute. My face is going to white. Okay.
I'll tell you.
Ben will be the timer.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Mas Miftah, I will give you the question. You don't need to pick up because I will give you the questions. So because this is the last one. So your question is, have you ever experienced an attack or fear, anxiety, or panic? Have you ever experienced an attack of fear, anxiety, or panic? Time is yours.
Okay, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I my experience is when I was deliver my 2 minute speech in the district council meeting, that was describe all of the anxiety, fear, and some of the what is that? Some of some of the nervous, and I try to calm down. I try to make me feel relaxed. And you know what? I can't sleep. Uh, Yesterday I can't sleep because I want to give the best speech when I is there something okay, no problem. I can imagine that I can speak in the 2 minute speech. That's really describes all of my fear, anxiety, and so on. If you what is that? If you try to ask to me, what is this experience? Yes, that was the experience. Thank you very much. Back to you, to Mr. Laila. You are still muted.
Sorry, I don't realize. Okay, because the time has been over for table topic session, and all of you have done your best. Congratulations, and I will give the decision back to Tom.
Yay! All right. We have someone with the title Infinity Learning. It'd be cool if you can change it to your actual name so we know who you are. Unless your name is actually Infinity Learning. That's pretty cool. But Lila, was that your first time being a table topic master? All right, everyone.
Yeah, true.
Stop the presses and let's all give her a big round of applause for a fantastic debut of being table topic master.
Yeah, I have like my fear.
That's awesome. You did a great job. And guys and ladies as well, that is how it's done, right? Toastmasters should be something where it's a lot of first times, right? A lot of first moments, a lot of first times just breaking your fear and just getting out there and taking charge. That's one extra step that you've been able to do. Congratulations. I'm glad I was here for it. Okay. On to what I think is the most important parts of Toastmasters in itself, the evaluation section. We cannot ever get better in life without learning what we did wrong and kind of how we can improve on it. You don't learn anything from happy moments. You don't learn anything from doing it right the first time. Trust me. Making mistakes is all part of this. And even though we don't like to make mistakes, when we don't like people telling us that we make mistakes even more, but having an open mind, being flexible, and just being willing to learn from other people and different perspectives. So that's another thing about Toastmasters as well. So I would like to hand it over to our wonderful GE, our general evaluator, Pivot. Yay.
Thank you, Ben. I was actually going to explain about all of those importance of evaluation, but since Ben has said it, so it's no point for me to repeat it. Okay, but you know what's special about evaluation in Toastmasters is different from criticism. So you should not take it as an offense. And the only reason people give you an evaluation is for you to improve, right? Okay, so evaluating is also a privilege. The first one who will evaluate is actually Dian PP. Dian PP will evaluate Lufti. Dian PP, are you ready? Okay, please
Sorry to
unmute and
interrupt.
test your voice.
Okay.
All right, so take it
Well,
away, Dian PP.
Yes, I'm fine. The timer first. The timer, where are you? Okay. Okay. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. Where is the time? Okay, thank you very much for Lutfi for delivering good speech. I really like your speech because first, your opening. You gave a question to audience to attract their attention. Second, you deliver well organized speech. First, you explain about five speech in Toastmaster, and then you explain about the element in speech, like the opening, body, and conclusion. You also give kinds of communication style, and you close it with the conclusion and the example. And the way you told the story, very natural. You were not nervous, and then you use eye contact. Yeah, you look at the audience, and then your language is clear and easily understood. Toastmaster Lutfi, as I know, you always keep the audience engaged with your speech. The way you told the stories is not too fast. So the audience have a time to digest the message in your speech. And then my suggestion to you is use your body language. For example, use your hand to emphasize your speech. For example, the element in speech: first, opening; second, body, and then third, conclusion. So you can use your body part to emphasize your speech. Maybe I know you could not use your body part because you were busy hold your microphone. Yes, is that correct? And then and then next, use a high volume. Do not use a flat volume. Use high volume to express your emotion. For example, when you told the story about Sukarno and Barack Obama, yeah, you can use your high volume. Okay, and then overall, Toastmaster Lufti, you did a fantastic job, and I'm looking forward to the next project. Back to the Tom.
You mean back to GE? Yes.
Yeah,
I'm not Ben.
Yeah,
All right, no problem. Okay. Thank you so much, the MVP. Now let's go to our next evaluator. Marendra Dika will evaluate Desi today. Marendra, can you test your voice?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Take it away,
Cool.
Marendra.
Congratulations, Desi Eva. What I note here, when we talk to someone, speak with straight, clear, and be authentic. And also, if you listen to someone, listen it with curiosity, attentively, and if it is important, ask questions. What a marvelous job you have done, Desi Eva. In terms of speak elements, you have a good opening. It is including titles. Your title is very curious for someone to follow, and you opening very well. And then in terms of body, the good news is that you are using the example of your only son, which is a real example of a real person, a real experience. It was amazing. And then you elaborate that example deeply. So while you are delivering your speech clearly, I was paying attention. That was nice. You are in the level of the champion of speaker. And then you concluded with a sentence I just say to all of us here. This is the sentence that we bring home. Exactly. If you are talking about what's the key message that you are delivering, I just told you. And in terms of The way you are delivering speech to the audience, you have very good clarity of speaking English. Maybe because you are the teacher and maybe you are delivering it quite often in your entire life. That was amazing. You maintain eye contact as well. You did it. And you are using gestures as good as possible you can do. And then it seems to me you pay attention to the audience awareness. You ensure that your audience is still awake and taking care of your speech. And you delivering it with very comfort. You showing interest of delivering this. And you have a great topics. Hey, you've done them all. That's amazing. Yet I find something, maybe it's very important to you. You're delivering speech. Everyone not perfect. You said sorry for a thing which is minor to me. Next term, don't be say sorry. Just flow your speech like it's supposed to be flow like river. So ladies and gentlemen, like what Desi Eva told us, when we talk to someone, speak with straight, clear, and be authentic, and we will listen to someone who's listen with curiosity, attentively, and ask questions for confirmation. Get the control back to you, G. Hello, G.
Thank you so much, Vedra. Yes, I'm here. Okay, so the next evaluator is doing a special project, is evaluating a special project. Actually, I've never seen this project before that was delivered by Burona. And then the one who will evaluate Burona today is Natalie. Natalie, can you test your voice?
Yes, am I audible?
Okay. Yes, you are. Take it away, Natalie.
Let me spotlight myself. How can I spotlight myself?
A little bit louder, please.
A little bit louder. How about now?
Yep.
Okay. Can I spotlight myself? Okay, thank you. Toastmasters Ronawati, the power of humor in impromptu speech. Wow, this project is a double-layered challenge. Using humor is a challenge. Doing impromptu speech is another kind of challenge as well. And to put both of them in one, I give my respect to you. This is not an easy project and you did it wonderfully. There are three things that I enjoy from your speech. First one is your poise. When you heard the topic, you really listened to it and you reacted immediately. Your eye contact was excellent. I didn't feel disconnected at all during the speech. The second thing that I enjoy was your vocal projection. You use different kind of approach for each of the project. For the first one, you use a more motivating kind of tonality. And the second one, you use a more friendly kind of vocal tone. But both of the vocal tone and projection that you use projected confidence and clarity to your audience. And the third thing that I enjoy was the structure of your speech. You really showed that structured is really cemented in your repertoire because your speech impromptu, they have the opening, they have the body, the point, and also the closing. Now, how to make this speech even more effective? I refer back to the evaluation sheet and I focus more on the use of humor in the impromptu speech. So my recommendation is 2 points. The first one is the use of humor. I observed that in the second speech that you did, you have attempted to use that humor, and I get it. When you open it and you say that, people going to supermarket, it's a great attempt. For the first speech, on the other hand, I didn't really felt any humor in that. My suggestion is maybe you can share some of the silly moments throughout the project that you can share with your audience. For example, I remember when one morning everyone was late for the meeting, and then I realized it was Sunday. So something like that. It's not that like funny, but it has the potential to be funny. The second thing that I would like to suggest to you is to use personal story. I noticed in your second speech, it's about the, you're trying to help them to connect with each other, right? And then you said the benefits of networking. And I think this is a great premise. You can actually share your personal story about people you met through networking event, and then later on you collaborate with them or you do something with them. And then when you share that personal story first, and then you go into your invitation to audience to connect, that will make it even more impactful. So Toastmasters Rona, it's a double layer challenge, but you did it. 3 things I love from your speech was your poise, your vocal projection, and the structure of your speech. 2 things to improve: humor and storytelling. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Natalie, for the evaluation for Burona. I'm sure Burona will get a lot of things to improve from your evaluation. Okay, next one is 2 people who will evaluate the evaluator. So in Toastmasters, we have double layer of evaluating. Okay, and the first one is Miranda. Miranda is actually sick today, so we really appreciate her coming, that she actually carve out time for us. Thank you so much, Miranda. And she will evaluate Dian TV for her evaluation. Miranda, can you test your voice?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you. Yes. Okay, please take it away.
Yeah. Well, it's an honor for me to evaluate somebody who's doing the evaluation for the first time. Correct? Yes. Okay, I assume so. Dian, there are 3 things, or actually 2 things that I really like about your presentation today or evaluation. And the first one is the clarity of your voice. You spoke very clearly, and so there was nothing that we could miss. And then you also have a kind of voice that command attention. So I could not help but just really listen to you. So that was wonderful. I really enjoyed that. And then you have used the Toastmaster way of evaluating. You start with the commendations, and then you give a recommendation, which I also commend because you were paying attention, you were observant, and your suggestion was very on point. Now, there are a couple of things, so 3 things that I would like to suggest to you to help you to become perhaps a better, more effective evaluator. The first one is the speed of your speech. While it was very clear, but it's also a little bit, it couldn't be made faster so that you can give more suggestions instead of just one, and also give a summary in the end. And the second thing, I noticed that Lufti is an advanced speaker. I would suggest for somebody like Lufti to check with him first if there's anything that he would like to be evaluated on in particular, because I think somebody that advanced would probably want to progress more. And then if not, I would I would do less commendation and more recommendation so that he can really progress or improve. I think he would appreciate that, but you can always check with him first. And the third one, actually, I think the third one is connected with the first one, with the speed. I think if you can speak a little bit faster, then you could give more suggestions, and then also give a summary, just like what Natalie did, which was very beautiful. You give summary in the beginning, about the whole thing. So in summary, my suggestion, my commendation for you is that the clear expression, don't lose it. It's very pleasant to listen to. And then using the Toastmaster way of evaluation. And then to improve, you could increase your speed so that you could give more suggestions and give more summary. So back to you, and looking forward to your next evaluation.
Thank you so much, Miranda. And FYI, everyone, Miranda's speech speed is 150 words per minute, for those who didn't know. So that's actually quite fast. Usually people speak like 100 words a minute. But yes, that's why she emphasized on DNVV to speak faster. All right, thank you. Next one is Denny. Denny will evaluate Rendra. This is the same type of evaluation. Denny will evaluate Rendra's evaluation. Okay, Denny, can you test your voice first?
Hello?
Yes, you're audible. Take it away, Denny.
Okay. Let's congratulate Toastmaster Marendra Dika because he has 3 good points. The first one is the voice is clear. He can clear the word by word. And then the second one, the evaluation is very detailed and repeating word by word from the speaker, Desi Eva, so we can know where Desi can improve the speech to be better. And the third one, that I really like it because he explained it like explain to the friend. So it's not like teacher explain to us, like we will be a little bit hesitant to accept the recommendation because friend to friend is more easier to listen. And if you need to improve your evaluation, I think you just need 2 points, which is you need to clearly state the number of evaluation you will be tell to the person, so the person can really listen how many times you will speak. I think you speak for 4 evaluation for Desi, and you keep repeating the word, I think. So we doesn't know how many word evaluation you give. I think it's 4, if I'm not mistaken. And the second one is just give summary how you already speak, because you just give summary for the good explanation, but you doesn't give summary for the bad recommendation. I think that's what you doing good is your voice is clear. You did using detailed explanation, and you explain to like a friend. And what you need to improve is just steadily count the number before you speak and give summary in the end. I think you're already great in evaluation. Congrats for Mahendra Dika.
Okay, Denny. Thank you so much for your evaluation. I would like now to invite our timer to share the timer's report.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much, fellow Toastmasters, for the evaluation session. Toastmaster Dian spent 2 minutes and 55 seconds. Toastmaster Marendra Dika spent 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Distinguished Toastmaster Nepali, 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Distinguished Toastmaster Miranda, 2 minutes and 51 seconds. Toastmaster Denny spent 2 minutes and 23 seconds. Okay, that's all from me. Back to Madam G.
So I can confirm that all speakers are eligible to be voted, all evaluators, right? Yes. Okay, thank you. Now, our ballot counter. Are you ready to share the ballot?
Yes.
Would you mind to share table topics sessions timer?
Yes, Intan was not qualified for table topic session.
Yes.
The rest are qualified. Yeah.
All right, so I'll remove
I think
Intan.
Intan spent 45 seconds.
Okay.
All right, while waiting for our Zoom host, I would like to invite Intan to please share your counter report.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Pipit. Since I use mobile phone, I will send the report to the group. So, or maybe can I just speak here?
Yes.
Yes, for Lufti, I'm sorry I lost the connection while you deliver your speech, but I'm pretty sure you are clear because you are advanced speaker. And for the C, you have you speak 3 so and then 2. Okay, right. This one. Okay, only 1 R. That's great. Toastmaster Desi and Brona 2 so and then 3. Okay, 2. 1. That repeated word that. And I found out that some speakers they have favorite words while being a counter. For Ben, many okay, well, right, right. And then for Laila, so okay, your favorite word. 6 and 5 times. For Fifi, Toastmaster Fifi, so twice and then twice. Desan and then 3 times. So, but just once. Apri, 6, no, 8 and or and then 1 right. And then for non-lexical filler words, you have once and 3 times. For Desi as a table topic speaker, it's clear. And for Mifta, you have 1 N because 1. What is it? 1. And for non-lexical, and just 1. Should I say Mbak Bibit as well? Just so.
If
Just
you
1.
already have it, yes, please.
Yes. Okay, twice. Non-lexical, non, clear. For Toastmaster, BNPV, okay, twice. And then twice. Or 4 times. And for Indra, and then twice. Nothing else. And for Natalie, apa tadi ya? Oh, and then, and or then, 3 times. Just 1 For Miranda, clear. For Denny, Toastmaster Denny, and then twice. So 1, like 2. And your favorite words, repeated word is I think. Thank you. Thank you, GE.
Wow, thank you so much, Intan. That was very thorough and I'm sure very helpful for all of us to remind ourselves that sometimes we just say all of these things that are necessary, right? Unnecessary, I mean. Okay, thank you so much. Now, next one is somebody who is probably the first time coming to Bhinneka, right, Harry? And I'm actually very looking forward to his grammarian report because he's very infamous with his grammarian role. So
I'm
please
not
welcome
sure.
Harry.
Well, thank you very,
I just
very
heard.
much. Thank you very much, General Evaluator Pipin. Let's start by giving all of ourselves a pat on the back. Come on, everyone. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Why do I say this? Because predictably, the grammar was generally very accurate. And I heard lots of good use of grammar. But that's not what I want to focus on today. What I'd like to focus on is actually pronunciation. And there were a few words I thought that we had some problems. So I'm going to say the word and I'll invite you where you are to unmute yourself and go ahead and say it with me 2 or 3 times. The first mispronounced word was awkward. Awkward. Could you say that? Awkward. Go ahead, everyone.
Awkward.
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 Awkward. Fantastic.
Awkward.
Another word that I heard during the course of the meeting was when you go to a shrink or a rumah sakit jiwa, he's called, listen to the word, psychiatrist. Psychiatrist. Go ahead, psychiatrist. Go ahead.
Psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist.
My God, spoken like a true blue Londoner, a psychiatrist. Okay, so let's listen to the word again. Psychiatrist. Well, I'm going to my psychiatrist, but I suppose Ben would say I'm going to my shrink, right? In America, you'd say shrink. Now, I heard some wonderful use of words. 3 came to mind. The first was efficacy, and that was from Desi. Fantastic. Efficacy comes from the word efficient, and it's the ability to produce a desired result. This is what I think it means. You might want to go and check it if you don't believe me. But the word is efficacy. So listen to the word efficacy, the efficacy of the vaccine, the efficacy of the vaccine. Go ahead, everyone, if you like. Go ahead.
Efficacy of the vaccine.
The efficacy of the vaccine.
Yeah.
So fantastic. Now, I had a lovely word from Natalie, and this is one of my favorite French words, and the word is repertoire. Repertoire. Repertoire.
Mademoiselle.
Repertoire. Excellent word. Repertoire. So thank you for using those wonderful words. My favorite quote of the night, or my second favorite quote, was from Dumbledore, of course. Happiness can be found in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light. I love that, although it wasn't someone who used it, but thank you, Toastmaster, Table Topics Master. That was excellent. I love Diane's little turn of phrase, and I'll share that with you. Diane said, digest the message in your speech, which I thought was a wonderful use of figurative language, to digest the message in your speech. Well done, and that's, not done yet. Word of the day report. It started off badly. No one wanted to use the word of the day. Even the prepared speakers didn't want to incorporate it. Why? I have no idea. But here's the report anyway. Natalie used once in the chat box. Ben, good job, twice. And you're tied with Laila. Desi used it twice. Desan used it once. But the winner, and I am happy to declare, the winner with 3 uses of the word of the day was Fifi. So give Fifi a round of applause, and back to you, General Evaluator. That is my report.
Thank you so much, Harry. Imported all the way from Palu, Nusantara. And hereby I declare from now on, Harry will be our permanent grammarian. Okay, just kidding. But you're always welcome to come back anytime, and please be grammarian and also try other roles in our little club called Bhinneka. All right, so I will go to my evaluation. I will try to make it short. First of all, we started on time. I'm really happy we started on time. Although the president was not there, but the VPE was ready to open the meeting. When Tom was having a connection problem, Robin was ready to jump in to replace. When I had a connection problem, Natalie was also ready to replace, although she didn't have to. And then when Intan was late, Desan was ready to help as the emergency counter. So I see this as a really good cooperation club, that people are ready to step in whenever there is a problem. So we need to keep this up. And then Tom is a very tough job. You have to multitask, right? So one thing that I noticed today, he was not ready with the form. It seems like he was trying to locate the form, right? So I think this one needs to be improved. And also, I noticed there are 2 evaluators actually have not got the evaluation forms minutes before the meeting started. So we need to improve on this. Probably at least a day before, the evaluators have the forms already in their hands, in their virtual hands, not 3-dimensional hands. I hope we can be tidy on this. We need to make sure the speakers or whoever have the projects to be evaluated will send their evaluation forms to the evaluators before the meeting or a day before. And then our table topic master did for the first time. She did a brilliant job. She was very encouraging to the speakers, and the high quality prompts, right? The quotes and the questions were fairly easy. There's no head scratching expressions that made people somehow stop to, for a long time to think about it. So it was really good prompts. One thing that I noticed is one of the table topic speaker was actually under time. Now, since we are a new club, I think it's okay to tell the speaker to keep going until you see the green light, for example, right? So we try to encourage them to be qualified to be voted. So if you see they have finished speaking less than 1 minute, try to encourage them. Speak some more or something, right? Next one is, and also I'm sure Laila has prepared a PowerPoint slide for this session, but unfortunately she could not share it. So my suggestion is, if you were to, if you were come earlier before the meeting, you can test it first. So to test share before the meeting. So, you know, it's unfortunate if you took the trouble of making the slide, but were not able to share it. But no problem, because you also shared it in the chat box. Our accountant did a thorough job. It was really good. She actually used a really good and official form from Toastmasters. And our grammarian did a wonderful job. He was very helpful in the beginning, explaining the words and how to use it in a sentence, and also reminding us about all of these words, fancy words that we found today. I'm sure everyone has learned it, and I saw the reactions from the chat box. From the evaluators, for the evaluators, I think always refer to the evaluation forms and see what are the objectives of this particular project. And the one who deliver projects need to know whether they've achieved the purpose or not. So this is important. I think probably you need to explicitly mention it if they have achieved their goal or not. And then I noticed also not all people were muted during our meeting. I saw when Mifta was doing table topic session, there was some noise from one or two participants who were not supposed to unmute themselves, okay? But only one time, so I think it was not a major problem. And then last one is, I think we are over time by 2 minutes. So I will just end my evaluation. But this is one of the most, I think, smooth meeting so far in Bhinneka. So congratulations to all of us. And then I will give the control back to our Tom.
Thank you, Madam GE. I just scared my little puppy. Anyways, that was a great evaluation. Very thorough, like Pipit always is. And again, if this was the most smoothest we've had in a meeting, we have a long ways to go. But hey, we're still working and we're still young. So great job picking each other up. And again, that's how we do it. We kind of pick each other up and kind of keep moving, and it'll get there and we'll keep getting better. So first, I just want to thank all of our role takers that came from elsewhere. So again, Harry, all the way from Palu, thank you very much. Mifta, thank you very much as well. Was it, where's she at? Oh, Desan, for the 5 minutes that you were our counter. Thank you so much. And Robin, you came in the last second, even though you're a member of this club. Great job. I want to thank everyone for coming, and I'm going to hand it over to our club president, distinguished Toastmaster Natalie Chayati, to give us the awards and talk about stuff. Natalie.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting, Carla Papa, Toastmaster Ben. And yeah, guys, this is the Hall of Fame. Can we get some drum roll, please? The best table topic speaker goes to...
Hey, our champion.
Congratulations, Desi.
Hey, congrats, Desi.
Keep practicing for your division contest.
Thank you.
Next is best evaluator goes to... Oh, it's me. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Any nepotism?
Deja vu.
Okay, well, whatever it is, I won. Anyway, best speaker goes to... Boom, 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 boom. Toastmaster Desi Eva. Congratulations. You got double
winner.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you also Zoom Master and all other role takers, Ben has mentioned. Again, special mention to Harry Elias from Fellow Toastmaster. Great grammarian. I thoroughly enjoy it. And your pronunciation is so perfect. And then hang on, where are you? Mifta, our timer. Congratulations on being elected as Division B Director. And thank you for—
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for taking part in our club meeting.
We are campaign team lah for Vistani.
And
Treat
also,
us lah.
also thank you to Toastmaster Miranda Rumi from Magical Bali Toastmaster Club, Toastmaster Dennis Surya from Magical Bali Toastmaster Club, and all of other visitors, Toastmaster Desan, Toastmaster Hanif, Toastmaster Ayu. Who else did I miss? I hope I don't miss anyone. Okay, club business people, we have roles available for next week. Toastmaster Ben, please share the screen.
Oh, let me do that.
I need to leave. Bye-bye.
If you're not a member of this club, you want to leave, get the out of here. But thank you for coming.
It's officially closed. And we're gonna do some club business. So if you're not a member of this club, you're free to leave. If you're a member of this club, just spare me 3 minutes.
Okay, guys.
Bye-bye.